Work out your own salvation with fear.
Hey guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today, as promised, I am bringing you my second and last orders from Cultivate What Matters to show you what I got and how I plan on using it. So we're going to start with some of the smaller things that I got. I just got some sticky notes because, you know, sticky note obsession. I have a Daily Habits little notepad. I thought this would be neat to stick in my catch-all, which is the classic size Happy Planner dashboard layout. I plan on maybe putting down some habits that coordinate with the goals that I've set for 2026 and maybe just stick this. I can even punch it and put it in my planner just to kind of have something as like a daily reminder of my goals, because my goal planner is of course separate from my catch-all. I got these magnetic bookmarks. You'll notice they are all color-coded to match the different categories of goals that are in the Powersheets. So not really sure how I'm going to use these, but I thought these would be neat to kind of put in maybe my catch-all, kind of just be like a visual reminder. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to use these yet, but they do color coordinate with the goal categories. So I just basically ordered all the tools that I thought might help me foster the mindset to get into cultivating what matters and accomplishing my goals for 2026. So you'll notice that a lot of these things are just tools that may help me, like I said, foster that goal mindset. This is just a pretty little card that came with my order. It is Psalm 119:105. I thought this would be cute to stick in my planner somewhere. Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path. And then I got a bunch of wild cards. I'm not going to show you all of the wild cards. I did go through them. A lot of them are similar. So if you plan on purchasing some wild cards, maybe, I don't know, pick 1 or 2 packs because a lot of these are very similar. I did notice though that this is more focused on home and spaces, that home and spaces category of your goal setting. So this is the one that is different from the other 3 that I ordered, and I will list everything down in the description box so that you kind of find everything easily. And then these 3 are very similar. I think what they are is they were just released at different years. So I believe this one with the color would be the most recent, and you'll notice it does say 2024. One of these actually says 2022. So these are all very similar. So like I said, I will list these individually down in the description box below for you. And as always, don't forget to use my code at checkout to save 10% off your entire purchase. That code is So Gracefully Broken in all capital letters. This is going to be my Write the Word for December of this year. You'll notice that I'll just show you real quickly. This journal has a place where you can write today is, I'm grateful for, and then your scripture of the day. You would write the word and then on my heart today, and then my word for today. So it just basically is a scripture writing journal for Advent. Excited to use this. Another thing that I got is this weekly refresh notepad. So like I said, I'm using the classic Happy Planner dashboard layout as my catch-all. I do have a daily planner that is just going to be like a scratch planner to sit on my desk, but I thought that it would be neat to have an actual weekly refresh kind of just scratch pad to sit down on Sunday and kind of plan my week ahead. So like I said, I'm just gathering tools to kind of help me meet my goals, I guess, for 2026. All right, this workbook has been phenomenal. Let me take this off the back. I have started working through it. I am not one, so I do have ADHD. And so I'm not one who is big on routines, productive routines. I do have routines. This book has kind of helped me realize that I do have routines. Maybe they're bad habits routines, but I do have routines. So this workbook has helped me, and you can see that I have started filling it out, but it has really helped me understand routines. So if you're like me and you kind of have trouble with routines and systems, this routines workbook will really help you out. And it feels so good. It's so soft. It's just a great workbook. I don't know. I love it. The best workbook is the one that I showed you in my last video. This one, this is his year. If you want a faith-filled year of goal setting, please get this workbook. This workbook is going to help you understand your purpose, your mission. It's going to help you set your goals. You can see that I worked through it. It took me about 2 days, several hours a day. But this, I'm going to reflect on this probably every week, probably every month as I'm working through my goals, because that book has just been tremendous in helping me. All right, the next thing I got, and this is something that I seriously need because I tend to brain dump everywhere. Like I have a little notepad on my desk that I brain dump on. I brain dump in the notes app on my phone. Anytime something comes to mind, I just, wherever I can write it, I write it. And I love the way this brain dump journal literally tells you how to brain dump, and it gives you different methods of brain dumping. So we have a contents here, laying the foundation, and then using your journal starts on page 15. So I read through this, and it gives you brain dump benefits, how to use your journal. So it tells you in steps. So you would capture your thoughts, you would sort your thoughts, you organize your thoughts, and then you take action. So what we have are, it gives you examples of capture, organize, capture and sort, organize, list, and then your open pages. So your brain dump pages are here. So you would just dump. So you have several of these. So all the way through here. So on this page, you would set a timer, and it recommends you set a timer for 10 minutes. I'm going to probably just leave this open on my desk each day, and just everything that comes to my mind throughout the day, I'm going to write it here. Then at the end of the day, I'm going to sit down, and it recommends that you use kind of like highlighters with a, make yourself a key of, it shows you how you can separate into different organizational methods. So you could do it by category: family, work, creative, community, type of task, by time, or the Eisenhower matrix. I'm probably going to categorize it by family, work, creative, and community, because these kind of line up with my goals. I may even change the categories to really fit my main goals. I'm not sure yet. But I'll dump all throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, I will categorize my brain dump. Once you've categorized your brain dump, you can make a list, like a to-do list out of your categories. And then there is a place back here in the back for open page, or it's called open pages. And what it explains about the open pages, I'll show you. I love this. Your open pages are for fears, worries, and other emotions weighing on your mind. You might find it helpful to work through them by journaling, sketching, or mind mapping them. In the open pages, starting on page 175, it says mind mapping is where you brainstorm by writing down one central idea with supporting ideas branching off the main idea. Sometimes that's what's needed to fully process something and clear it from your mind. Other times, a heart-to-heart with a friend, family member, or professional might be a helpful next step. So these pages are important if you're like me and you tend to have a lot of anxiety. I have gotten a lot better, but so I struggle with that because I do worry, and I struggle between worrying and trusting the Lord. So for an example, my oldest son is on a trip. One of his good friends is getting married, so they're on a bachelor's trip in Kentucky right now. And so of course my mom brain is worst case scenario and everything, because he's 10 hours away, and how am I going to get to him if something happens, and the typical mom thing. So if I find those thoughts overwhelming me, because I have been doing really well at, when one of those fearful thoughts comes to mind, I pray and I challenge those thoughts, and I say, Lord, I trust you. I trust you with my son's life. That has been working for me. But if I get to a point where something happens and those thoughts overwhelm me, I can come to these pages and just lay it all out. I could write a prayer here. these could be your give it to God pages, where you just literally just put it on paper, get it out of your mind, get it out of your heart, give it to the Lord and let it go. So I love these pages, just blank spaces where you can just write out all your fears, all your worries, all your concerns, and give them to God and let them go. So this is going to be a very useful and incredible tool that's going to help me throughout the next year. And this is probably something that I will order every year. And if I use up all these pages before the year is over, I will order more. This is going to be my favorite tool out of all. All right, the next thing I want to show you, this is newly released from Cultivate What Matters. I did order this during launch week, and I got the free finance sticker book, and I didn't realize that I got the free finance sticker book, and I ordered one as well, so I have two, but there's nothing wrong with that. So this is their finance workbook, and you'll notice that the color of this workbook is the same color as the finance section in your goal planning. So it all color coordinates. You'll notice the blue, the light blue. This is finance. I do have, and I'll show you, I went through all of my pens and markers because I am a pen and marker connoisseur. And so I went through my mild liners and found ones that kind of match. And then I also grabbed pens. So different pens, but the colors match, and then I labeled them with the different sections. So this is just an idea of something you can do. If you're interested maybe in purchasing these stickers for me so that you can label your pens and things, let me know in the comments below. I do have these already formatted because I did make them for myself. I can just pop them on the website. But you can see I have all of my categories labeled so that when I sit down to work through my goal planner, I can have everything color coded. And then in the next couple months, right now I'm kind of not used to the color categories, but I know that the more that I look at them and use them, I will be familiar with what color is what category or which goal category. So the finance workbook, look at how pretty this inside cover is. It's gorgeous. I love it. I have not looked through this, but we have a contents, uncover what matters, break it down, live it out, month by month, and your finance library. So we have like an introductory page here. Legacies start with one small seed. Uncover what matters. I love this. This, like I said, is the whole kind of meaning behind Cultivate What Matters, is your why behind your goals. It says, first you'll uncover a big picture vision of your finances through a series of guided, fun questions. Then you're going to break it down and you're going to live it out. It says, P.S. if you have a spouse, we'd encourage the two of you to work through these pages together. For many, a shared financial foundation and a set of goals you can work toward together are key to a strong marriage. So learn from the past. This is kind of like your Powersheets, just set up towards finances. Good things, challenges. My money story. How would you rate your current financial situation on a scale of 1 to 10? My money mindset, break free from your identity box. Face your fears, name what matters. Setting personal financial goals. This is your break it down section. So your types of goals. So your goals in Cultivate What Matter are broken down into 3 kind of categories. Your big dreams, which are your big visions for life. Your habits, that are repetitive behaviors or actions that establish rhythms in your life and create consistency. So these habits will help you work towards your big dreams. And then your finish lines are goals that have a short time horizon and are specific and measurable. Think of them like projects. So you would have your big dreams vision, and then you would have small habits that kind of help you work towards that. And then you have a short measurable goal that your habits would help you work towards your finish line goals. And then these two combined help you work towards your big dreams. I love the way they break it down into simple, understandable, manageable terms and ideas. So we have a brainstorm page for your goals. Help your goals bloom. So this is their Bloom acronym. If you didn't see my last video, it's BLOOM. Break it down little by little, on purpose, on a schedule, and measurable. This is your goal action plan. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then this is your live it out section. Choose progress, not perfection. Creating win or celebrating wins. So this is kind of like that wild card where you would celebrate your wins. Tracking your habits. So these would be your yearly habits, yearly tracking daily habits. This is the whole year. And there's also a wild card that matches this as well. So we have 2, 3 of those. And then you have your yearly tracking weekly habits. Making a yearly budget. This would be your yearly budget. Your savings tracker, a debt tracker, and then notes. And then we have a monthly reset. So each month this goes into your monthly pages here. So each month you do a reset. You write your month here. This is an undated planner. What's working, what's not working, reflection, reaps, rewards. Take a few moments this month to reflect on where you are and where you're heading. A key to happiness, being content with what you have in the name of celebrating what you already have. Which of your current possessions bring you the most joy? So a little journaling section here. We have a place here like a blank calendar. You could fill in the calendar, write the month up top. Bills, important dates, action steps for the month, financial wins from last month, and this month's financial goal. You have a spending tracker and your budget tracker. And then you go into the next month. So let's see. At the end of your 12 months, you have a dot grid notes page. And then you have your finance library. Change your mindset challenge. I love these different challenges here. We have a change your budget challenge. Finance book recommendations. Financial resources roundup. And so I love this. So I use Greenlight. So it gives you acorns, a simple act that allows you to round up purchases and invest your spare change. Betterment, Capital One 360. Crew, which is a high yield checking and savings accounts built for family, including allowance tools and child debit cards. Daily Budget, Original, Every Dollar, Greenlight. Fidelity Investments, Financial Peace University. Planet Money Podcast, The Ramsey Show, Vanguard, and Why You Need a Budget. It's an online budgeting app guided by a strong personal finance philosophy. So I'm going to be looking into some of these resources. Oh, wait, let's see. Here's a book list on the back for your financial book recommendations. You can write down financial books that you've read. And then there's a page back here for low-cost fun ideas. You have the power to move forward by cultivating your money mindset today. No perfection required. So that is the financial workbook, or the finance workbook. So super excited to get digging into that. Okay, now let me show you the daily planner that I got. And you'll notice I got the same color as my Powersheets. So my intention for this daily planner is to help me block. I did take the tissue off of this, just like I said, for reasons of noise in the background of the video. But I want to, like I said, I'm not very good at routines, habits, things like that. I'm kind of just willy-nilly all over the place. If you've been with me long enough, you know that that's just my personality. I'm all over the place. But I would like to learn and kind of cultivate, quote, cultivate having routines in my life to kind of help me feel a little bit more productive and accomplished. So I plan on using this planner to help me. It is an hourly planner, and I'll go through the whole thing in a minute, but I want to show you. So it goes from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. I don't do well with rigid schedules. I never have. But I kind of want a time block. So my thoughts are not to use the specific times, but to do time blocks like the first hour of my day, second hour of my day, third hour, and break it down into hours. I am right now on kind of a health journey. I actually uploaded, and if you haven't done this, I highly recommend it. I uploaded my recent blood work into ChatGPT, and what ChatGPT found out, and if you've been following me for a minute, I'm going to go on a tangent here, but somebody might need to hear this. I found out that I was estrogen dominant, and so that explained a lot of my anxiety, terrible mood swings, PMDD, like all of the things, bloating, water retention, pain, like body pain. So in April, I started progesterone cream and a supplement called DIM. Now, I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice. I'm just telling you my story. And so I've gotten my estrogen progesterone ratio back within healthy limits. So I feel a lot better that way. But my cortisol is only a 4, so my cortisol is tanked. My ferritin is an 18, and it needs to be around 60. So I am anemic, but not like, my hemoglobin is fine. My hemoglobin is like 14 something. So my ferritin is extremely low, which explains why I have very little motivation, very little energy. I get like exhausted with any simple task. My testosterone is less than 10, so it's incredibly low. It's also tanked. And then my thyroid is underperforming. It's not like not working at all, but it is underperforming. So all of those things relate to my issues of motivation and confidence, and all of those things combined together. So I'm basically in like a metabolic crisis. Hormones are all related, so everything's just all related. And so I've added in some supplements, most importantly magnesium and iron, vitamin C, zinc, those types of things. So I'm on a 3 to 4 month journey to try to heal my metabolic system. And so I said all of that to say this: I am on a health journey. I don't set an alarm to wake up in the morning. With my cortisol being tanked, my adrenals are in crisis right now. I don't set an alarm because I need sleep. I need anywhere between 9 and 11 hours of sleep. I've been like that for years, and now I understand why. My circadian rhythm is completely jacked because of my cortisol. So to tell myself that I'm going to get up at a certain time each day, and then if I set an alarm and get up at that time, if my body has not fully rested and recovered from the day before, I feel physically ill. So then I set myself up for failure. So 2 days this week, I got up at 7 a.m. Today, I got up at 9:30. I just am listening to what my body tells me. And so I am extremely grateful that I have that option and I don't have to get up and go to work. When I was working this time last year, I would get up at 5:45 every morning and get home about 6 o'clock. By the time I made supper for my family, by 7:30, I crashed. Completely just crashed. My body, my system, everything, I just could not function. And so now I understand why. So that is my thoughts. I went through all of that tangent to just explain to you that I'm not going to stick to a rigid schedule. I can't do it right now. Maybe come March, April, May next year, I'll be able to, Lord willing. But right now, a time schedule is not anywhere in my existence. But I would like to kind of time block. And I think the time blocks will help me accomplish my goals. Like the first hour of my day, I want to let my dogs out, sit on the porch, read my Bible as long as the weather's well or good enough for that, and have just like quiet time with the Lord while the dogs are outside playing. And then come in, I want to get ready for the day, and then I want to start work. So I want to have little rhythms and routines, and I think the time blocking will help me. So let's dig into the planner. So you'll notice here at the front, we have this pretty pocket. We have a 2026 season by season, and then we have a sticker sheet. Here's your little flags that match the colors of the goal sections in your Powersheets. So you can kind of use those to help reflect daily on your big goals. We have a page marker here that's a snap-in, a place to write your name. Now this is a season by season planner. This of course is the daily planner. You'll notice it is smaller than the Powersheets and a lot thicker because we have of course the whole year in here. They do have a season by season weekly planner, but I don't need that because I am going to be using my dashboard layout classic size happy planner. To everything there is a season. It gives you their mission over here. It says, and this is your season to focus on what matters and do all those things you've always wanted to do. The best part, there's no perfection required. Your small, imperfect steps will add up. Instead of waiting for someday, your season to cultivate what matters starts today, right here in these pages. Day by day, week by week, season by season. Your steps will add up to an intentional life, a legacy. Here's to your purposeful, perfection-free days ahead. Another thing that I love about Cultivate is I think they really cater to those of us who struggle with perfectionism. Society is really, really hard on women as a whole, especially with social media. A lot of fake perfection is portrayed on social media. That's why I always try to be transparent here. I am far from perfect, but I do struggle with perfectionism. And so Cultivate What Matters helps you to cultivate a life that is meaningful without the perfection. Goal-centered, goal-oriented, little by little progress to cultivate what matters most. So really important. If you're like me and you struggle with all of these things, please look into Cultivate What Matters. So this is a sheet that's very similar to your Powersheets, where you can take your little stickers and mark off your progress as you complete each step. And then you have a place to put your goals here. Plant good goals. So you have a place here to, let's see, this is for your first quarter. Time is the currency we use to invest in the things that matter. Even the smallest investment of time, no matter how imperfect, can reap great rewards. And when those small investments add up little by little, they'll change the course of your life and the lives of the people you love. It all starts here with a little intentional forethought. A lot of good can happen in 90 days. See the big picture. Use this spread as an opportunity to zoom out and consider the season ahead as a whole. Write in milestones you want to mark, occasions you want to celebrate, traditions you want to honor, and action steps you want to take. It also might be helpful to note vacations, busy periods at work, disrupting home projects, major deadlines, or anything else that will require your time and attention. So here you can kind of map out, journal out the 90 days that we're going to be working in. And then my goals for this season ahead, memories I want to make. In the season ahead, I want more of and less of, and what matters most in this season. You'll see that all of this works together with all of the themes and ideas in the Powersheets. You have a place here for your weekly rhythm ideas. This would be a place where, like I was saying, I'd like to use time blocks where I can kind of journal my thoughts on how my ideal day would go. Now, this is not going to be set in stone every day because life happens, but it is just a place to kind of brainstorm the habits and rhythms that will help to cultivate what matters. Basically, it says the things that we do regularly shape the people we are becoming. Over time, our ordinary practices shape not only our habits, but our hearts. Because of this, they deserve thoughtful consideration. Use these pages to brainstorm the habits and regular rhythms that will help you live out what matters this season. What will help you spend your time well? How can you use your time with purpose and joy? As you do, consider these questions. What frustrates or overwhelms me right now? What cannot change? What can change? What do I want more of or less in my life? How can I open or close each week well? So I love these kind of brainstorming pages. And then we have, it says your life in winter is quiet with renewal. I like that. And just a little note here about winter. Then you have dot grid pages and we go into January. Now this is a dated daily planner. Let's see. It says, how can you rest well this month? All good things start with one step. Then we go into our weekly refresh, what's ahead on my mind, habits to tend, and what matters most this week. And then our daily sheets. So I already showed you the 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. We have like your priorities of the day, or actually it says today. I don't know what you would put up here. Your priority for the day, a to-do checklist, and then tend to my goals, express gratitude, encourage someone. So you have a little checklist here and today's win. And so that is for each day of the month. And then I'll show you your weekends are just Saturday, Sunday. So there's no hourly or anything like that. It's just 2 lined sections for Saturday and Sunday and what I'm grateful for this week, and then you go into your next week. At the end of each month, you have this dot grid page, and you go into the next month. So let's flip to the end of the planner and see what is in the back. In the back, we have a dot grid page. I got to get used to these spiral bound pages. And then we have a 2026 year in review. I like this. This is pretty neat. And then we have some lined pages. I like how each page is numbered as well. I didn't notice that till just now. So each page is numbered 152, 153. That's neat as well. So, all right. So that is my Cultivate What Matters haul. Now let's go through the sticker books. So I'm just going to go through each sticker book kind of quickly. If you see one that catches your eye that you would kind of like a more thorough flip through, please let me know. But you'll notice, besides this is the faith sticker book, and of course I told you I got 2 finance sticker books, but you'll notice the colors all coordinate with the different areas of life where you would set your goals. And so there are 7 in the power sheets. There are 8 sections, but one of them is blank. So these would color coordinate with each section of life. So we have work and learning, finance, personal growth, home and spaces, health and wellness, family, and community. And so I thought it would just be fun. Like I said, I'm trying to gather all the resources that will help encourage me and motivate me to work towards my goals in 2026. And what better way than to motivate yourself than have cute stickers. So just going to kind of do a quick flip through of each sticker book. So this is the work and learning. Just little encouraging stickers for progress. Clear stickers. They're just fun. They're just fun little stickers that you can use in your planner. Some little quotes here. These are gold foil as well as the ones that were in the back. So just love these stickers. It looks like you get 2 sets. Let's look a little bit better at this. So yeah, it looks like we repeat. Yep. So it looks like you get 2 sets of the same stickers. So you get these. These are like blank headers down here that match, of course, your goal sections, quotes, and then these little vertical boxes. And then we go into the same things. These are just paper, whereas these are clear. So this will kind of help with my section of work and learning. And then we have finance. Let's see if this is the same situation. Yes. So we have 2 sets of stickers here. These, I love all of these cute little icons. These are just, I love it. So these, like in the work and learning, would be little stickers that you can just stick in your regular, like weekly or daily planner, financial check-in, financial planner meeting, savings goal, giving goal, budget time, no spend week, no spend month, no spend day. And you have little padlocks to put on your no spend days. Some bill stickers here, expense stickers. Then we have some quotes. And then you have your decorative sheets. And then we go into the same thing again. So personal growth. Let's see if this one does the same thing. Yes. So we have, it says, let's see, there should be, I think there's 15 sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 sheets. So this is your personal growth. Some cute little icons here. I made progress. Hooray, I did it. So little celebratory stickers. We have their pretty Cultivate flowers. Here's some headers: quiet time, podcast, brainstorm, take a walk, pray, journal, read, social media break, slow down, rest, joy, reflect, refresh, balance, delight, bloom, grace, hooray, I did it, yahoo, yay, I like these. These are pretty neat. And then we have some quotes and your kind of like little box. They look like little books. Your stickers. And then you go into the same thing. So home and spaces. Let's see if we're doing the same thing here. Yep. So we've got cute little icons. Little decorative elements. These are cute. Important, starting step, daily reset, fresh intentional home clarity, cultivate growth, organize, and then simplify. My priority, do this. We have living room, bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, dining room, office, garage, attic, playroom, basement, and check marks. Cleaning day, closet clean out, organization day, seasonal refresh, fridge refresh, yard work, donate goods, dust the house, clean the floors, deep cleaning day, and check marks. I love these. So more quotes. And then we have our decorative boxes with some check it off, some little gold foil stickers. And then we go into the same thing. Health and wellness. This is one of my top sections, of course, because I said I'm kind of on a health journey. So this is one of my top goals for 2026 is in that department of health and wellness. So we have some little icons here. We have some emotion like mood stickers. More icons. These are cute. Little teardrop water trackers. Some celebratory stickers. Again, I made progress. Hooray, I did it. Treat day, go dancing, stretch, meal plan, get outdoors, no screen time, mental health day, run, new recipe, rest, walk, exercise. Then we have different little stickers, action step, a steps tracker sticker, goal reached, health check, movement, self-care, track metrics. Some little quotes, and then we have those vertical boxes, and then we go back into the same thing again. I like how they repeat and give you 2 copies of each sticker set. You never have enough stickers. All right, and then looks like we're doing the same thing here. So this is your family book. So we have little icons here for birthday, school, doctor appointments, pet stickers for pet appointments, some icons here for sports, like after school activities, some like vacation little icons here, cleaning icons, moving, some celebratory stickers. These are headers. So Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, call mom, call dad, call grandma, call bro, call sis, school holiday, snow day, work holiday, family meeting. We have some family activities stickers. Look, I like this. Our mission statement, our core values, our morning routine, our evening routine. That's neat. Some quotes, and then your vertical boxes. So that is family, and then we have community. Let's see. Pretty sure this follows the same pattern. Yes. All right, so we have our icons here. Love this. We have little church stickers here. I love that. Pretty flowers and decorative stickers. And then we have some celebratory stickers here. Hooray, I did it. Making progress. Check it off. Screen free day. Some check marks. Some heart icons. Some flags. These are your cultivate little leaves. And then we have some priority stickers. Volunteer, reach out, call a friend, community service, dinner party, host people, play date, friend date, be present, coffee date, with some little celebratory icons on the side. We have some cute little reminder stickers, just a note and to do. These are like your little decorative stickers here. I am choosing to make time for, and then a blank spot here. It says flourish, encourage, togetherness, community, cultivate. We have our quotes, and then our decorative little book stickers, as I call them. And then we go into the same thing. Now, the last sticker book I have is their faith sticker book. And of course, I'm all about some faith stuff. And let's see what happens in this sticker book. So it looks like we're probably going to do the same thing here and repeat. And I love that. Okay, so we have some flags here. These are just decorative flags. These are your colored flags that would match your colors of the different sections of goals. So then we have just some little clear header stickers. Are these clear? No, these are paper. Amen, joy, love, grace, seek first, my rock, my redeemer. Thank you, Lord. Here are some color-coded flags that would match your different sections of your goals. Remember this, grateful for this, answered prayer. Some more of those pretty flowers. And then we have some thought bubbles. This matters, trust him, praise. We have church, Bible study, quiet time, pray, and worship stickers. And then we have some really pretty washi strips. Love these. And then we go back into the same thing. All right, so I know that was a lot, but that is my last two Cultivate What Matters orders. So let me know your thoughts on Cultivate What Matters. Have you tried it before? Are you interested in trying? Make sure that when you go to their website, if you want to save 10%, you use my discount code So Gracefully Broken at checkout. That is going to help you tremendously. I believe they're having some Black Friday sales right now, so check those out while they're here. I am super excited to get into 2026. I'm ready to go on my vacation and get back home and just start planning the year. Lord willing, I will be able to accomplish most everything that I've set my mind and my heart to for 2026. So that is it for this video. I thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.